Okay, good afternoon. Doing another video here today. Um, this is vlog number whatever it is. Getting up there. I've done quite a few now, but want to talk about today's video is why I am considering leaving Subic Bay in the Longapo area. I've been coming here off and on for many years, and I lived here over 3 years. And one of the problems, it's not, if you come here and you hadn't been here in years, you'll find a big change, some for the good, some for the bad. But for me, the traffic is just getting so bad in or around Longapo, SBMA, the whole Subic Bay area up through Barreto and Subic. They haven't built a bypass yet. Traffic is just really bad. Prices have gone up somewhat too, just like they have a lot of places in the world, including the U.S. But for the most part, Philippines is still a good place to live. I just think personally for me, there's other places I'd like to be than in Subic Bay. I'm looking down, which I consider my second home. Don't spend there enough, is Siargao. Love Siargao. Good international food, good beaches. It's just beautiful. You get a lot of people from all over the world, especially from Europe, Australia, across Asia. Not as many Americans, but it's really good. It's just as affordable as here in Olongapo or cheaper. The flights now, since they fly out, you can get flights from Clark direct to Siargao now via Sunlight Air. As Clark continues to build and bring more flights across the Philippines. But so you can get in and out a little bit. Probably the only thing lacking for Siargao is medical facilities, but they're working on them. Hopefully they get something. But anything major, even here, you'd want to go to, if not up to Angeles City, Clark, or somewhere like that, or go over to St. Luke's in Manila, and they got a new location at BGC. So they have 2 locations I know of now in Manila. But that's one of the drawbacks to Siargao. But I'm just looking for a place I'd like to do in about 21 months. I'm going to be looking at probably keeping a base here, either here or in Manila, probably the BGC area. And then from there, go around, spend some time down the Visayas area, on down to Siargao. Like to spend a couple months there or more, maybe as many as 3 or 4 months out of the year. I want to do more traveling over to Vietnam, which I'm hoping to do more of come end of October, hopefully. And then maybe get over to Thailand a little bit more, but I prefer to spend more time in Vietnam and travel throughout the Philippines. Philippines has a lot to offer, just in the cities, whether it be Cebu City, Manila, Angeles, Olongapo City. It's just very busy. Traffic's just not getting better. It's getting worse, in my opinion. You really have to have patience to drive in and around the Philippines. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'll say 21 months or so. I'll be looking to pull chalks here and head out to different places within the Philippines. And then on over to other parts of Southeast Asia. I'd like to get over to Cambodia even, and check that out. I know quite a few people that go over there. And then also, like I said, getting back, explore more of Vietnam. I love the food in Thailand. I love the food in Vietnam. And so I want to do more of that. Subic Bay, to me, right now, it's just kind of stuck. It's not really advancing as much as I'd like for it to, such as Clark even for being by the water. Clark is the Freeport zone there. It's just booming. Big casinos, medical, all kinds of things going on around in and around Clark and Angeles City. Like I said, I prefer the water, so that's why I'm here now. And I've always had a fondness from the Navy here as well. But it's just doesn't offer a whole lot right now. It gets kind of boring when I go to, um, let's say, go over to Vietnam or go down to Siargao. I'm going to Cebu uh, middle of October as well as, like I said, probably Vietnam. It I get back and then it's not long. I'm bored here. There's just not enough to offer right now. It's just kind of stuck in time. It's kind of stuck. I call it stuck between what it was in the 70s, 80s, and stuck between that and a more modern Subic Bay. But the more modern Subic Bay is lacking. It's just not, for me, it's just the advancement is just not there. There's just not enough going on, um, and that sort of thing. But for me, it's just other places I prefer more at this point. You may just love Subic Bay. I know a lot of visitors come here for a week or two and they love it. I've had people come from down south in Visayas. I've had people come from Cebu, and Sycamore, those places, and they come here and visit. And people coming in from the U.S. for the first time, they like it. They like that there's a lot of foreigners. They feel at home. They feel a community between the expat community as well as the local community. So they really like it, and that's good. You feel comfortable somewhere, then that's what you should do, in my opinion. But everybody's different, so you really can't choose. You just kind of go with your own personal preferences. And that's one thing. I was over at BGC lately, checking out some condos over there, and they got so many, some nice facilities with, you got pool available, workout rooms, so many restaurants, whether it be local, foreign, and so you get your, like I say, your local and international cuisines. It's just appealing. They got a lot of, I met a lot of expats, a lot of Americans actually over there. And, they tell me about, they have expat meetings, usually weekly. They have meetups for different things, and they do that. But they seem to be a really involved community over at BGC. And I know other places in Manila as well. But yeah, BGC is really nice. MOA's okay, but for me, I really like the BGC area. If you want a clean community, you want something to offer a lot of stuff, closer to maybe an airport, then it has a lot of draws to it. Also, it's just like Clark. If you live, they're building a new global city at Clark. That might be something to look at because they've got, like I said, all these new hotels, casinos, the airport, Clark. You can go so many places, whether it be international or you want to go just domestically here in the Philippines. They're getting more and more flights and more airlines. So that would not be a bad place if you wanted a base place to go from. And with a major airport, Clark would be a good place to go if that's your thing. Or like I say, you might want to check out BGC. If the islands are more your type of deal, kind of like me, you might want to check out, go down to Mobo and Cebu, go check out Dumaguete, Sycamore, Siargao, all these other places. Go down to Bohol, Bicol, and see what appeals to you. One thing about Subic Bay is it's a well-protected port. You don't have to worry too much about a tsunami. We're not going to get the bad storms normally. They come up from the south, we'll say, or over from the east coast. And by the time they get here, there may be a Cat 1 or something typhoon. But we get more of the southwest monsoons here. But the weather in the protected bay helps this place. It protects it, the mountains around it. So that's one of the draws here. The other draw for the Philippines in general, in particular here, is English. English is widely spoken. Don't ever hardly have to pull out a translator, where I do in Vietnam and Thailand constantly, because I do not know those languages at all. I know some Spanish, enough Tagalog to get by, but don't speak fluently in any of them. But for me, that's a big draw here in the Philippines, is they're one of the best speaking English countries in the world, definitely in Southeast Asia. So that is a big draw. But that's just some of my thoughts about why I may want to leave Subic Bay. So like I said, everybody's different. So I'm just telling you my point of view and some of my thoughts. I'll try to get more into this on a later date. Just my initial thoughts on this. I just started over the last few months, started thinking about, do I really want to stay in Subic Bay? And the answer to that is probably not where I want to be long term. I've been here, like I said, over 3 years now. But after kind of doing a lot of traveling over the last year or two, I see other places that appeal more to me, and I'd like to spend a little bit more time at. Maybe no place permanent, just kind of travel around to these different spots I've been talking about. But I'm sure you'll find yours. Make sure wherever you go, even out of the Philippines, make sure you just do your research. If you're coming to the Philippines, make sure you come and visit. I know a guy here now, he's doing that. He's going around exploring different places in the Philippines, see where he wants to move to. And that's good. That's what you should do. And I recommend that to everybody. If you're not familiar with any place, you want to go check it out, spend some time there, whether it's here, down in South America, Central America, here in Southeast Asia, Philippines. Just check it out, do your research, spend some time before you say, I'm going to move, I'm going to pack up everything in the U.S., I'm going to move to the Philippines or wherever. Make sure you check out the place first and make sure it's something you want. You don't want to go no place. I've had people go and they travel to where their wife was from, no expats. And then, they're bored, they're hating life, and they ended up going back to the U.S. It's because they didn't do their research. They just moved to basically the province, and they couldn't deal with it. So that's my number one thing, is do your research. Wherever you're thinking about going, you might want to go move, go check out the places, check out different places and see what appeals for you. Look at the cost of living, look at the traffic, like I said, look at everything. Whether you're a beach, a city person, you have to factor all that in. But that's just some of my recommendations. I hope this video helps you. If you have any comments, please do so. Please feel free to leave them. Like I said, these are just my thoughts. Yours may be different, and they probably are, but to each their own. I'm just giving you from my perspective. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy my videos. I'll get back out along a pole, and I think I'm going to be doing Beloy soon. So stay tuned for those videos. So those vlogs will be coming soon. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it. I got just a little bonus coverage, latest update on the bridge, just a little showing of it. Still they're making some progress. They call it the Forever Bridge because it's taken forever. It's been 10 years since the main gate's been open there on Masaysay. So people go back and forth from SBMA over to Olongapo. So just a little update on that, not much. And then there's a new restaurant in Barreto, Japanese restaurant, if you like Japanese. It's basically across from Dynamite Dick's, if you know where that is. And I'll show you just a glimpse of that and go from there. Thanks for watching.